when we look at what Amazon is doing now, and Amazon trying to get into the virtual currency world and stuff like that, trying to put a little spin on it. My question is, with Amazon, is this going to be, is their apps going to resemble their switching currency? In other words, instead of an app listing at 99 cents, where their app lists at 100 coins, you know, or 500 coins, is it going to be listed as that? Or is it still going to be, you have 500 coins in your Kindle account, and the price says $3.99. So then, obviously, 100 coins is $1. So you know, $3.99 means 400 coins. But you know, are they going to have that sort of conversions going on, or are they just going to make everything one standard conversion? $3.99 here, you have $3.99 in your Kindle account, worth 400 coins. Or they're going to have 400 coins here, 400 coins in your account, so you just know exactly what you need to do. We have to wait and see what Amazon is doing with this, but is this something that's going to help the industry giant better in what they're doing today? I don't know. I don't know if this is something that Amazon necessarily needs to do in order to stay competitive, you know, because Bitcoin was a sensation around the web, but they only created so many Bitcoins. So that's why users, and then the rigs that users needed to mine Bitcoins had to be super, super powerful in order to mine Bitcoin. So that is a different, to me, a different beast, kind of, when you're talking about Bitcoins. But the Amazon currency, if this is something that Amazon, do they need to do it? I wouldn't say Amazon has to do it in order to stay competitive. No, I wouldn't say that. But at the same time, is this something that Amazon, you know, can do? Yeah, sure. They can do it to keep current, or to, you know, add a little bit more diversity. Is it going to add confusion? I don't know. We just going to have to wait and see. As usual, as with most things in the tech world, we have to wait and see what, how these things play out, how people take to having this new form of currency and stuff like that. We have to wait and see, you know, what happens, because the end result is that we are the ones that will decide as a consumer, are these things going to be, are these services that Amazon is going to keep or not? You know, are these things that we will be using, you know, or not? And we just have to wait and see what happens in this particular area. Now, when we're talking about things we're going to use, there's a new, well, not necessarily new, but a different type of tablet that has surfaced, you know, and for many of us who might be, you consider yourself always butterfingers, or maybe you're someone that loves to hike, you're someone that loves to be outdoors, but at the same time, you want to be able to use your electronic equipment, you want to be able to use your tablets and stuff like that without fear of, you know, dropping it or anything like that. Well, the Earl E-Ink outdoor tablet has been designed for extreme outdoor situations. That's right. So if you're looking for this, and we're going to show you a picture of this bad boy. I mean, it's an e-ink tablet now, so you know that means black and white and different shades of gray, which with a good resolution can really still have decent graphics and so forth. So if you're looking for a more rugged style tablet, something that you don't have to worry about so much, you might be interested in this new Earl E-Ink outdoor tablet, which has been designed to provide a rugged tablet that can survive adverse weather conditions, rain, snow, mud, dirt, stuff like that. So if you're someone who just, you know, you're rough, you're on the go, someone like me, you know, hardcore. I mean, there's a commercial out right now with Dr. Pepper this guy walking around carrying logs, you know, biting tree bark and stuff like that. That's me. You know what I'm saying? Hardcore rough. That's how I deal with stuff. You see? So if you're like me and you want a tablet that can keep up with you, right? You're not interested necessarily in frills and all that type of fluffy pink stuff. You are interested in a hardcore man tablet. You see? This might be what you're looking for. This is called the Earl E-Ink tablet, and this has been engineered for the most, as they say, the most extreme of outdoor situations. So we're talking snow, we're talking mud, you're talking water, we're talking rain, all of that stuff. It runs Google's Android 4.1, so you're getting Jelly Bean, baby, That's right, you getting the latest in Android. This is not on some scaled down version of a tablet. You getting Jelly Bean 4.1 in this system operating. Is equipped with an e-ink screen and GPS connectivity. So if you're someone that's out there outdoors, you're not going to get lost with this system. It also has a handy belt clip on it to keep it right by your side as you're biking, as you're hiking. You don't have to have it in a bag and always got to be turning around trying to get this thing out. The Earl e-ink tablet is currently looking to raise enough funds to make the jump into production. Now their goal, the people who are going to make this tablet, their goal is $250,000. Remember, you know what I'm saying? If you're someone that is interested in this, you can go to the Earl e-ink website. Go to the Earl e-ink website, outdoor tablet. Jump over to Earl website for more details on how you can invest in this, if this is something you're looking for. Other features of this Earl e-ink outdoor tablet include a solar panel on its rear that can be used to keep the tablet juiced. You know what I'm saying? When you're away from the grid, you don't always have to depend on the battery life and plugging it in. You charge it the night before, you go out camping, you spend a little more time than you thought, and boom, your tablet is dead. No, not with this one. They're going to design this. Going to have a solar panel on the back so you can stay juiced up, together with a two-way radio to keep you connected no matter where you are. So this thing is coming with that two-way radio, and the makers of this thing, they say that working together with cutting-edge motion, force, and orientation sensors, Earl's GPS chipset gives you precise reading of your location, direction, and elevation. Combine Earl with everytrail.com and have access to over 300,000 trails at your fingertips. You can connect via ANT Plus or Bluetooth 4.0 devices to measure your heart rate, pace, cadence, all that type of stuff. Share your routes with friends using the Android Beam technology. So this thing is made for the person on the go. So let me show you a prototype that we saw on is Geeky Gadgets, I think it is. Let me show you. This prototype right here. Oh yeah, right there. There you go, baby. This is the prototype right here of this tablet. You see? You notice that little belt clip right there to make sure that this thing is secure. It can take bumps. It can take it's not gonna ruin because you're biking on a rocky trail and getting jarred and stuff like that. This thing is made for someone who's rough, hardcore, and ready. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, you all know out there in the tech world, that's me. There's no doubt about that. This tablet is made for such a person. Now, they aren't in production yet. They're looking to raise $250,000 so that this tablet can become reality. So if you have a husband or a boyfriend or your father or whatever it is, you know someone that could use a device like this, run on over to Earl's website, go on over there and pledge. You know what I'm saying? Pledge to support this thing so that this thing can come out to the general market so everyone can enjoy this sort of product. So, I mean, hey, this is what we're bringing you here on Tech Pulse. Now, speaking of different products, we're going to jump over here to Samsung. Samsung, according to a report by TechCrunch, is set to launch 5G by 2020. That's right, they're looking for 5G by 2020. Now, there's been a lot of confusion as far as these Gs go. You know, a lot of people don't really understand what this stuff is. You know, so let me just explain to you a little bit about what this thing means, because a lot of people they go around talking about it and they hear it and they say, well, I got 4G, I got 3G, and nobody knows what this stuff means. The G really just means generation, like iteration or like cycle, however you want to put it. So 3G was the third generation of this internet or cell service access. 4G is just the fourth generation. It doesn't have any fancy name to mean something to do with the speed or all that. As a matter of fact, 4G for a while didn't really have any set standards to be 4G, and that's why many companies were saying they were 4G. It was the fourth generation for them. And that's why when you went to T-Mobile, they had 4G. You went to Sprint, they had 4G. You went to AT&T, they had 4G. But people always reported different speeds in everybody's 4G because AT&T, some people say, well, their speed is faster than Verizon. Verizon say, well, our speed is slower than T-Mobile or whatever it is. And you have all of these disparities. The reason being because there wasn't a unified standard for 4G. So you had everyone saying that they were 4G, and in a sense they were true because it was their fourth generation of their cell connectivity service. So they weren't lying when they said they had 4G. That was their fourth generation. It's just that nobody knew what the G meant, so you thought that that was some kind of a standard. No, fourth generation. So the telecommunications system got together, and they decided to come up with a standard for 4G. And that's how now, if you're going to call your phone 4G, now there's a unified standard that companies have to adhere to in order to call themselves 4G. So that makes 4G a little bit more unified across the board. So if Sprint has 4G and AT&T has 4G, their speeds would be similar because there's a minimum speed you have to be considered 4G. And well, when Sprint Nextel deployed their mobile WiMAX service networks in 2008, and Metro PCS was the first cell company to really offer the LTE service. In 2010, USB wireless modems have been available from the start, and while WiMAX smartphones have been available since 2010, LTE smartphones came around 2011, and so there was this big debate as to which one was really going to take the 4G market. So in 2008, the International Telecommunications Union Radio Communications sector, they decided to get together and set a specific standard for 4G. So that's how we got that unified standard. So now, on to this story with Samsung trying to be the leaders or the innovators of the next level of speeds, and they're saying that they are looking to come up with 5G. They're looking to come up with 5G speeds as early as 2020, and the speeds in order to get that 5G mobile technology, they're saying is in the gigabit range. Now, Samsung, they've developed a core technology that allow them to deliver 5G wireless data communications to consumers, they're saying by 2020. And the system allows data transmissions up to several hundred times faster than current 4G networks. So 5G mobile communication technology is the next, obviously, generation in that 4G, 3G, 4G LTE situation. And they're saying that several hundred times faster than 4G is what their 5G is going to be able to deliver. They will also allow users to transmit massive amounts of information, massive amounts of data, and that also includes UHD movies and remote medical services.